Hi guys, hello, welcome back to City Skylines. We carry on Whitford Peak, and the first thing I'm going to do, because I remember that I forget, and I'm going to do it right now, is to set the roads, because I just remembered that I had forgotten that. And it's going to be fixed. There we go. For some reason with that mod, like it never just loads, you have to kind of manually load it every time you open it. There we go, you can see you've got the US styled roads once again, so that's all good. What's the what? Right, so last time we were building Toxic Town up here. I've just noticed there is a spider in front of my eyes. And I'm going to move... Oh, it's dropped somewhere. Okay. Oh, no, I see it again. Am I going to kill it? Yes. Sorry about that. That seems harshly unfair, but I don't want it laying spider eggs in my brain. So there we go. Right, so you guys would not have been able to see that because it was about the size of a pinhead, but I could see it right in front of me right here. Okay, right, so let's continue on. Now remember that Toxic Town was becoming this nice little community up here before, and everything's looking nice. The only trouble with Toxic Town is that it's right above the city dump and incineration units, meaning it's a toxic place for all. However, we do have our cable cars, guys. You can see, look, cable cars are working admirably well. This is our great resource now for getting up and down from here. Going right across the valley. Right across the valley, serving Salty Port. And way over here to Timage Ridge. And, yep, seems like people are enjoying the cable carness. Gives another great route of access, so it's all good. And that seems quite legit. We've still got our blimp services as well, which you see flying over here. The blimp services seem actually quite inconspicuous. I do wish they weren't pink. I don't know why. I mean, maybe we can actually... Can you just change their colour with the line colour? Is that something that's a thing? It suddenly occurs to me, because that's usually how the transport stuff works. Yes, look, see, blimp line colour. I'd much prefer a kind of a sky blue because they're in the sky. Let's see how that goes. Ah yes, there we go, immediately. See, that just seems more neutral and appropriate. Although I suppose now I've just walked into the... What the hell is this thing doing? I like how the blimps actually follow the terrain, even though that's something a blimp would never have to do. So, like, it actually went down into the valley here and then came back out the other side. I just realised I've waded into the obvious target of, you know, saying I didn't like pink and then making it blue. Don't overread it. I just think that blue is more suited because it's in the sky. That's, that's all. Okay, right. There was some fire going on here before, but I think it's calmed down now. So it's all good. Right, so oh my Christ! Industry! Real live orange industry bar. This is unprecedented. Not only do we actually have commercial returning for literally the first time in years, game years, but now industry as well. This is bonkers. What next? What do we do? Where do we put that industry? Oh, well, I do recall that I do declare that we were going to have industry up here. Up here. We're going into my kind of overtly English voice yet again. We're going to have industry in the hills. So let's get some industry up here, look. It's some beautiful rough industry. Just realizing as well that everything seems to be turned on, of course. Okay, now our industry has sadly gone, but that's okay. Okay. This is going to be a small mining area right here, look. Very small mining area. Thornton Square, that seems fine to me. And this will be specifically for mining. Except we've lost it. However, we have got commercial returns to us. I had talked about having like an outlet mall, and it actually seems feasible. I mean, oh, not this is the... Like, what is this? The 4th time? I'm actually going to make a policy change. This is bonkers. This is there is something wrong with these buildings. Okay, this is like the third or 4th time now these buildings have absolutely caught fire. Like, this is insane. I'm not even, no exaggeration. Like, probably 4th time now these buildings have caught fire. There is some big problem here. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh my god, and it's spreading. Look. Towering inferno. Look how many fire helicopters there are. Oh, Jesus. Christ, there's so much fire traffic, it's literally creating like a lag attack. My god, it's a disaster. It's absolute... The wrong cladding, no! God. Topical news. Absolute shambles that it is. I never noticed this, guys. Look. Inside this building here, look, do you see? There's like an animated advertisement inside this building. Christ, who would go to the trouble to do that? Anyway, I'm going to make an actual change here. Wren's Shore has now had multiple severe fires. And to that end, I think we need to make a policy change here in Wren's Shore for smoke detector distribution. So that's going to slightly increase the upkeep of buildings, but significantly reduce risk of fire. Kind of surprising. It's not very often that we have to actually make a sort of policy change like that. But I think it's necessary because it's been ridiculous. Like, seriously, yeah, like I say, 3rd or 4th gigantic fire in this area. So that's something that really needs to change up. I was wondering what the queuing was about here, but it's probably something to do with... Oh, well, actually, it's to do with the fact that... Man, look at how much traffic is going up and down the road, even at night time. Look at this. Oh, hello, I see suddenly a choke point right here. Look at this. Look at this. We're quite busy down here, but look at this right here. This is very, very busy. Moving, but busy. Actually, I see what the issue is right away right here. Look at this. We can make a change right here. Probably a change which may... Yeah, that's what... Oh, hello. Now, wait just a single minute. It seems like I've half done... It seems like I've half done a road policy here. Look, that should go to there. That should go to there. And this guy here should go over here. Right, let's just play that. That's the only thing which is causing this. There we go. Immediate fix. Immediate fix. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Immediate fix. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. There we go. Case closed. Right, let's solve that problem. Right. Anyway, yeah. Look at the traffic though. Fan-bloody-tastic. Looks great. Come back, frames. Come back. Ah, it's alright. We're handling it. We're handling it. All looking very good. Good evening on the stream. Hope you're doing very well today, guys. Hi, hi, hi. You plan to my male LT, contact me on Facebook, Twitter. I want to ask something about your armor clan. I possibly can, but I do get a lot of people asking these things, you might imagine. So I answer them if I think it's relevant. But like I say, I do get asked a lot of stuff, so you kind of need to keep that in mind. Now here's another issue for us. Look, still yet again this roundabout. What on earth is it with this roundabout? It's probably... Well, it's probably to do with... You see, this is the only trouble. Now that we have created some of these other solutions... I'm almost tempted to remove the conditions here on these roads and sort of see what happens. So let's actually do that. Let's actually, will I just, if I turn traffic lights on and off, will that clear that shit? No, okay. Like manually clear it. Well, no, it's still causing big tailback. I'm just thinking that, you know, a lot of the road changes we put in place here were down to the fact that, no way to just clear this. Well, anyway. It won't take very long. But I'm just thinking that the traffic might do better if they can go into whatever lane they want to, you see. To a point. Because a lot of it seems to be down to traffic coming in these outside lanes, look, and then merging into this lane. The other thing I could do is make this actually like a 3-lane road, but I'm not sure that would necessarily solve the issue. Though it's pleasing that a lot of traffic is coming straight off here onto this off-ramp. But that is clogging the road quite severely. Yeah, I think that this almost needs to stop being a roundabout and actually almost be like an ongoing road structure. But do you know what? I think actually there's just such a weight of traffic here. I'm going to make like almost an unusual change, I think. So let's just upgrade. Let's see if we can upgrade this. Anarchy on. Like I say, it's super unusual. It's super unusual that I would add such a gigantic off-ramp. But then again, it's also super unusual. Right, I'm also going to make this roundabout here a 4-lane highway. But yeah, so it's also super unusual that we have such a gigantic weight of traffic coming around a centre here. Right, that will have wiped out probably all those other things. I'm also going to just put it up here just for consistency. Don't screw everything up. Of course. Oh, I didn't see that bit right there. Damn you, reality. There we go. There we go. Just like in real life. Okay. So, and of course it's still a problem because of this game. Of course it's still a problem. Of course. This game could never not have problems. Give up, I really do. How? Just... I know why this is happening. I think there is literally nothing to be done about this. Built-in road changes and intersections. Yeah, I know. We're back to this, aren't we? Back to road changes and intersections. So look, you know, we know why this is happening. It's happening because basically when traffic... Should there be traffic lights there? I'm pretty certain there should not be traffic lights right here. Not that I think it will cause any major problem, but... Not sure when that would have happened. Anyway, we know why this is a problem here on this road. We know why this is a problem. It's because the traffic has to figure out ahead of time the route that it wants to take. So basically the traffic will, like way back here, think, oh, okay, when I get to the roundabout here, which is not obviously what people do in real life, they'll think, oh, I want to be in the right-hand lane to turn there. So all the way back here, they then force themselves to get into the lane they need to be in all the way over here. And so you get this problem. Now, something that I really, 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 really want to come back in mods, okay, was, like, basically it's something called lane look ahead. And it used to be, look at the commercial, by the way. Lane look ahead used to be a thing within, when I find it, I think Rush Hour? No. What was it in? I will remember. Traffic Manager, I believe. And I think it still has, so... Okay, so basically under gameplay for Traffic Manager President Edition, you have, like, as you see, realistic speeds, various different things, types of reckless driving. Now, dynamic lane selection is actually reduced way back, which I'm going to now turn that up. Percentage of vehicles perform dynamic lane selection. Right, so I'm going to put that up. Not quite sure why it says 15%. Doesn't seem very high. I'm going to put that up to about half. And we shall see what happens. Now, the reason I don't have that turned up a lot of the time is because of performance issues. It will generally lag the game down a little bit. Now, the thing is that dynamic lane selection, really, I think it's like the interpretation of what lane look-ahead used to be. But basically, lane look-ahead used to be a much more customizable feature. So basically, with lane look-ahead, you could tell traffic how many cars it would swap lanes and look ahead, okay, if that makes sense. So the way lane look ahead used to work was, this was like very early days of Skylines mods, which are now no longer there. By the way, I hate this. Now that we've upgraded this road, guys, look at how it's stacking now. How annoying is that? Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. And we're going to have to live with that. So anyway, what lane look ahead, I'll just pause and explain. It's very straightforward. So lane look ahead is like it sounds. It makes the AI look ahead of the lanes that they're coming up to. So the way AI work in moving around the map is that, like I say, it's kind of like a sat-nav. So let's say this lorry here, this yellow lorry, say he wants to go to a business over here. Right, well, he will plan out that route before he sets off, like a sat-nav. And the sat-nav will not only tell you the route to take, but also what lanes to be in. So, for example, like I say, this lorry, right, if he's going over here, he's going to think when he comes way down to this next roundabout, he's going to be thinking, okay, well, in order to turn off, okay, to get to the town, he needs to take this little pass up here. So he's going to need to be in the left, one of those two left lanes, right, and probably by priority this lane right here, okay. So in order to best get to that lane, he may think, okay, well, I can't go in the outside lane because that's for the turning off, so I need to be in one of these two other lanes. Now, by default, it'll probably be the third lane, which is, as you see, where all the traffic is going into. But then, look, periodically they might change lane a little bit or whatever. But what lane look ahead used to do was lane look ahead would say to them, okay, well, you're going from A to B, and you know the route that you want to take. But at every junction they come to, what lane look ahead does, you would set it to say look ahead like 10 cars, 12 cars, 14 cars. Okay. So what that means is if it approaches a junction like now, and there are like how many cars are here at this junction? So 1, 2, doesn't really matter, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 cars in front of this guy right here. So let's say we put lane look ahead to like 12 or whatever. And there's some other parameters as well that I can't remember because it was, you know, quite a while back now. But basically what they would essentially do is this lorry comes up to the junction, he sees 12 cars ahead of him, and he thinks, there's 12 cars, I need to move lane. So it's basically forcing the AI to not just stay in this lane. It would make them move out. So, yeah, what's that 4x4 doing? It looks like he's breaking the law, to be quite honest with you. Look at it. That's a next level of pushing into traffic right there. He's cutting like horizontally across a whole lane of traffic. Outrage. But anyway, it worked really well because basically it just streamlined all of your traffic, because it just meant that the cars would constantly move lane, move lane, move lane, and it meant that the traffic would keep flowing because they wouldn't do this sort of thing. Basically, they wouldn't do this, right, where they're trying to force their way into traffic queues like here, and consequently causing these giant tailbacks. Because, look, essentially, you see what's happening here is that these cars, look, they're trying to change lane here, because what they're thinking is, hey, I need to be in the correct lane so that when I get to the roundabout over here, I'm in the correct lane. Well, again, you wouldn't do that in real life. What you would do in real life is see that it's super busy, and you stay in like maybe the middle lane all the way down here, middle lane all the way down here. You'd stay in this lane, and then you'd turn right. You know, you'd use priority lanes. And then when you get down here, it's a bit clear. Well, then you'd move, you know, lane. So I personally just found that that was a better way of helping the traffic move around. And you can see that my adding extra lanes here in terms of the 4 lanes has made basically no difference at all. So there's fundamentally other issues happening here. And that's why you end up making these kind of like nonsensical solutions to things, because it's what you've got to do. You know, you have to end up making kind of other paths and stuff. Now, the actual junction over here that we made is working pretty good because it has less sort of traffic that it's got to handle. Could you add an exit from the expressway to join the highway going out of town, so traffic going off the map completely bypasses that bridge? technically, yes. I mean, probably the most sensible thing for us to do right here would be to make an off-ramp here, which connects, and similarly an off-ramp here, which connects. And I think we might do that. I think this probably because remember we built this expressway right here to carry traffic from the city to the other side of the town and back again, in the hope that that would just take traffic pressure off this area. Bear in mind, we have pretty good public transport as well. We've got a big train system which runs between all the cities. We have blimps, we have boats. We have pretty good transport between the smaller towns and the big city. So we actually have like quite a lot of movement going on. So it's genuinely quite surprising that this happens right here. And, you know, we've done quite a few playthroughs now. I mean, I've done like 4 or 5 complete playthroughs, and it's really surprising to see. I don't think we've had a problem like this before. I've had traffic issues, but those traffic issues normally get fixed fairly straightforward. Sometimes we've had to spend a bit of time, but usually once you have got it fixed, it doesn't come back. So I don't know, it's quite strange. I can't quite put my finger on what is causing this issue, because, you know, I put an off-ramp like right here, look, to allow that traffic to just come down this. You know, we've got a 4-lane road here, and this is just a right turn only. So the idea being, like, okay, if there's other traffic heading somewhere else, it stays these 3 lanes here, goes into the roundabout, no issue. If you're turning, and also the other weird thing is that we don't seem to have a big blockage right here. It's just right here, and that's what I don't quite get, because it's like, look, why is this? And then look, what's happening here? Look, there's even more nonsensical things happening here. Because again, look, now these guys are like forcefully changing lane. And again, is this down to, do we still have, look, we haven't got any lane management at all going on here. So this is just the stuff acting by default. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might have to come back to this and fix it up. But I think a short-term solution is going to be, or hopeful solution is going to be to try and add some of this in. I don't want to waste the opportunity that we've got here, by the way, of having some commercial either. So. This is strange. The other problem we might have here, though, is the sheer nightmare of trying to actually off-ramp this, because remember, this is not like a highway road. This could be a real ball ache. What's going to happen? Let's see. This might be horrible. Right, hold on to your hats. What's going to happen? Let's find out. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought might happen. Yes, might require some small tweaking. Yes, because the issue here is we're going to have to be quite strict, I think, about how this functions. Let's have a think. Also, this is coming into town, so I'm going to have to build it like that. Right. Well, anyway, we'll make this work. This is going to be a slightly controversial road system, I think, but it's all good. Oh, crap! The bridges. Oh! Oh! Ah! 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 A horror. However, it's not quite as bad as it could have been. However, we shall remain to be seen what happens when people actually try to drive onto it. We shall see, I guess. Oh, crap. Yeah, that could have been better. Bring this back up. I think actually what we need to do is... Oh, actually, I don't even know what we need to do here. I was about to say what we need to do is raise this up a little bit, but... It's sort of right. Yes. I'm only worried about how fast they're smashing through this one. Right. So what I need to do here is kind of create specific lanes, etc., which are dedicated to crossing here. The rest of that seems sort of okay. It's super interesting to find out what happens with this. Right. So let's turn off the traffic lights, obviously. Flying car time. It might be flying car time. So what we need to do here is we need to look. Right turn only on that outside lane. This is even more problematic. Doing something stupid here. I'm trying to see which little bit it's affecting right here, because also I think it's to do slightly with the fact that this is obviously not the right way around yet. Let's start by putting the bridge across. Figures. Right, so I'm going to have to actually drop this down, probably. I think I can just about cope with. This is going to have to be this is going to have to be an awkward tunnel. Yep, it's going to have to be an awkward tunnel because like so. What's happening? Yep, perfect. Flawless. Yep, job done. Sorted right there. What a city. How long have you been working on it? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's... I don't know, if it doesn't feel like it's been that long, actually. But I think it's been a while. Anyway, back to my flawlessly executed tunnel right here. Right, there we are. And that's obviously what I wanted it to be like. Still looks pretty dangerous to me, though. It's fine. I'm not at this stage, I'm not gonna overtly worry about it, you know. Might just drop this down a little bit. Like that. I'm just slightly concerned that if people get that turn off wrong, they're going to be in a world of pain when they crash into that gigantic concrete barrier. I suppose we could just do like that. Makes it a little bit more amenable, but not much. Raise this down. It's a compromise. Lynn, you look like you've lost weight since I first saw you streaming. Do you need to donate more? That's a good thing. I've been on a strict diet of basically just forgetting to eat. Yes. Hello, I'm a human, one of society's most advanced creatures. Sometimes I forget to eat food. Yes, no, it's fine. Yes, no, I've been on a strict diet of periodic depression and simply forgetting to have food. And it's working really good for me at the moment, so... it's all good. I need to lose weight anyway, so it's all a good thing. Right, there we go. So that's our little overpass. And I'm not going to concern myself, or am I? Of course I'm going to concern myself, because I won't be able to live with myself if I don't do it. I'm going to move this pillar where it needs to be, and then I'm going to put this... What? I said... I'm going to move this pillar where it needs to be. I'd forgotten about this nonsense. Right. Alright, let's do this way. Right, here we go. Now you come back. So we've had this issue where with Move It, you can't sort of copy paste stuff like you do other objects. So with like these pillars, for example, you have to kind of like forcibly put them in place, which is fun. But it means at least we get to put the pillars in, and it means that our bridges look correct instead of being like devoid of reality. Right. Also, this needs to raise up ever so slightly, like that. Right. Now, let us see how this works. Now, I'm going to have to... reverse this around. I also am going to have to go underground. And the less said about that little kink in the road there, the better. It's fine. What are you worried about? Right, so that's that. That's in place. The next thing that we need to do... What? The whole stream is talking about professional eating. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's all talk about yet again, the foods that we want to be eating. Yeah, like that's always a great one, isn't it? It's fine. Right. Anyways. That's fine. Yes, so we need to think about right here. I'm also hating this sloping up, but not a lot I can do about that. Let me just look at the speed limits here. Right, it slows from 120. Cameron Ebb, for 2 months in a row, I've been watching you since your first PS3 Battlefield 3 days. That's a long time. Love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Cameron. Very appreciated, buddy. And that is a long time as well. It's a long time for supporting. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not quite sure transitioning from 120 to 50 is going to be the way to go on this. So let's make these either side. Oh, actually, look, we did make it 100 on this corner all the way around. I'm going to make it 70 through here. Okay, I'm going to make it 70. Right, now then, and we'll make it 70 also on these bits coming off and coming on. Now, importantly, what we need to do is make sure that the transition on and off these roads is smooth. So, please... What we need to do is ensure that this, for example, is right turn only. And I think that's it, actually. Because it's only one way on or off. But what we could also do with is... Why is that still saying? Why is that still saying straight on and right turn? Confounds me. There we go. Baffling. Right, so let's just see how this works, guys. It'll either work or not work. It may assist us somewhat in alleviating our traffic problems. Who's going to be the first people to use it? That's the question we want to know. Skylines is basically Planet Coaster with cars. Not quite, but not quite that simple. Oh, who's the first person? It's Mr. Charles Harvey, an uneducated tourist. Well, there we go. Off he goes. I just want to see whether we see any significant traffic coming on or off here. But it is a good solution, and I think it's a sensible solution to build into that section right there. Surprisingly limited traffic, but maybe we'll see that change up. Oh, look, I'd actually forgotten about the... look, here comes a boat like, coming up to... Let's follow this boat in, look. Not making much money, though. Got 50 passengers, though. He's on his way to Salty Port. The port of salty seamen. Please, not food talk again. Exactly. You guys are getting terrible for the food talk on my live streams. It's become this kind of like weird food. It's more like it's less food talk and more food fetish talk. Like everyone's going like, "Oh my god, can you imagine if we could just eat like X, Y, Z?" And it's just like, it's like who can make other people more desire food. It's like a challenge mode. Chocolate powdered pancake donuts surprise, yeah, exactly. Or even just chocolate pretzels. I could go for chocolate pretzels right now. Right, here we are at Salty Port. Look at those people jumping off. Oh, the humanity. There's barely enough boats coming up here. It's right, they're waiting for their hovercraft. My hovercraft is full of eels. Right, so let's go for the mall option. Although I still was saying that we can actually do with some more commercial in different areas of towns. So, oh crap! I see the garbage is collecting up here. Right, we'll give it a little while to allow traffic. I see more traffic coming off here now. Look here, here, here. Look, there's a nice look. See, there's a steady stream of traffic heading out of town, and I think that will filter through down here. But you see, I think even with that, we're still going to have these fundamental problems. I mean, like where are these lorries going? Like returning to facility. They're the cargo train terminals. Yeah, you see, this is the other issue, is that I think a lot of the traffic is going to the industrial area. Now, you would think to yourself that the best option for them would be to kind of come off here and go to the industrial area that way, but they seem to be going the other way around. But the problem is, for me as well, is that, again, there isn't a gigantic amount of vehicles here. That's the thing that's most insane. There isn't a gigantic amount of vehicles here. So it's super annoying. I'm going to try yet again and filter some lanes. So look, I'm just going to say like from here, this one is going straight on. This one is, well, these can all stay in lane basically. All right, then we come to the next one. So look, you're going straight to there. Okay, and you can go straight on. And you can go to there. Let's try and fix this up. Look, you can go there or you can go there. And you can also go to there and there, right? So that's how we'll have that set up. Sorry, also to there. Right, so then I'm going to have to yet again tell them all, like, okay, look, once you're in lane, stay in lane. I'm just trying to force them to not keep... One of the biggest things that slows stuff down in this game is all traffic changing lane at the same time, at the same point. Right, and again, like what I'll probably try to do is right here, actually we need to go one back. What I'll try to do is tell all traffic back here to come to like an outside lane or something. Actually, where the hell is this connecting to? Oh, okay, so I'm going to say this guy stay outside lane, this guy stay here, the third lane. This guy go to the third lane, and you just also go to the third lane. Shouldn't be anybody there. I don't think that'll be a problem. I'll also tell them to change lane there if they want to. Right, I'm just kind of playing it by ear at this point, because honestly, I don't know what to do. Right, so we'll have this one here, and then at this point, I tell them also to go in that outside lane. So I'm trying to get all that traffic away from these guys. So then we'll say, okay, look, you go here, and you also go there. And then you go here and you go here. Now, I would hope that once they get around these points, they will actually then start to stay in lane a bit more. Now, this guy, I'm going to basically say, okay, you can go around there or go there. These guys, I'm just going to have them basically stay sort of in lane. Pretty straightforward. Now, these guys, again, stay in lane all the way around. This should be easy now. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just literally kind of guesstimating. Try and keep them in lane here. I did do this a while back, and this often does help. And then on the next one down, we'll say, okay, look, you can now change lane to there. You can now change lane to there. But you stay in lane, stay in lane. Okay, and then further down here, we'll say, like, okay, now you stay in lane, now you stay in lane. Now you can change lane that way, and you can change lane that way. And then after that, we'll say, like, okay, that's it. So let's just see. Let's see whether this makes any difference at all. And yes, it appears to be making a difference. Now, we'll come back to this and look at it in a minute. But you see, this is my point, is that what used to happen was it used to be that the lane changing mod would basically do what I've just done. It would basically say to traffic, like, okay, when you look ahead, you see this traffic, and then you choose to change lane. I basically have to force the traffic to do what the mod would kind of do in a more dynamic way, a more organic way. Okay, and you can actually see the reason as well that I was forcing the traffic here to all go to that outside lane is because there's very little traffic coming around the roundabout. Most of that traffic coming around the roundabout is coming from the farm area here. But the issue being, I mean, there is other solutions there in which we would, where we actually don't make it maybe a roundabout even. You know, you take away this bit of the roundabout, and then I could do like an underpass which connects to the road further down so that you stop that traffic. But mainly I think what was happening as well was the two things of the guys trying to get into the lane they think they want to be in, but also then you have some traffic come around, and then you've got the two combinations of traffic trying to force its way into that one lane, and then also other traffic coming around stopping it and slowing it down all the time. So it's like a combination of problems. Anyway, it's cleared for now, but that's probably because it's the middle of the day. Right, industry is back. Industry is back yet again. Let's get some actual industry. Look, we didn't actually place any industry in Thornton Square, so let's actually bang a bit of industry in here, look. Maybe we can actually do what we planned to do with this town and actually have some mining out here. That was the whole point of this whole town up here. I have an issue with power. Come on, mine. Mine like you've never mined before. Yeah, they're good for mining. Right, we'll come visit back. Right, malls and shops. Now, oh yeah, look, we've still got no shops in Mitsu. So let's get some shops in Mitsu. Because I have been saying for ages, I want shops in my towns. It's been just like the longest time since we've been able to actually have shops in the towns. So I very much want shops in my towns. Here we go. All right, also in Bishi, same deal. Have had no shops here. And that's obviously ridiculous. Why is there like little green blocks of housing here? Let's get a bit of a shop strip on this side of the roads as well. I'm actually just going to do it on one side of the road because I don't want that to be too problematic. Right, there we are. We'll get some more shops in there. Right, we've lost our industry requirement, but we didn't build any mines. That's good. Great, great, great. Not great, obviously. Let's get another bit of commercial right there. Look. Let's have a look. Roberts Peak, look, very, very limited commercial. Super limited commercial, in fact. But we're also struggling a little bit. A lot of death in Roberts Peak, by the way, at the moment. Do we have death care? We have one piece of death care. What's their situation? No, 5 hearses in use, but only 80. They've got 80 storage available. We have got a little bit of industry zoned yet again, so we really should start to see some mining stuff coming in here shortly. My commercial has just taken a big hit. Interestingly, not a big demand for residential, and obviously residential was like a big thing for a while for us. Let's go back to now Toxic Town. How are we doing on the time, by the way, as well? We're doing okay. Is it possible to play this game to an end? I think this game comes to an end when your computer is unable to handle it anymore. Which for me is getting close to this because I'm running so many mods, but also the draw distance mod has screwed me on this one because it really does lag a lot more. However, I am still able to sit out at this distance on the city, and you know, it's not going like 2 frames, so you know, It's handleable. It's handleable. Also, depending on how you look at the map, it's not like it affects the map overall. It's literally just the processing, the rendering. So you know, if you zoom in like this, you know, your frames are fine. Your frames are totally normal. It's only when I do like something like this and I look into the distance and you see like, and then it hits the frames and it really hits them hard. But if you just pan away from that, so depending on how you look around your community, like it's not too bad. I haven't been back over here for a while. The bustling metropolis. There's our unrequired disaster response unit. I am surprised we have had 0 disasters. I thought we would have 1 at least, so that has been a shock actually. Also, I think that at this point I'm kind of happy about it. I don't particularly want everything to be like absolutely destroyed. Last time was such a trauma. That, however, that doesn't alter my plan for my upcoming... there's my shutdown stadium still, because it was way too expensive for what it was. Not paying that much for football. Very busy little national road here. Look at night time. Let's actually take advantage of the night, because it's rare we take advantage of the night. Here's our nice little junction, which always seems to slow down a little bit at this point for some reason. We're out to Orange Town. Golden Orange Town. Golden Orange Town, which has also reaped the benefits of new commercial. Got coffee shops, all sorts of stuff going on here. Oh, that's interesting. Where's the mall? Where's the motel? Where is my motel? What happened to the motel? Did we or did we not have a motel right here? I was certain that we had a motel. Did the motel get upgraded to the organic foods shop? I think that's what's happened. I think the motel has been upgraded to the organic food shop. Now, this is Golden Orange Valley right here. Right next to Golden Orange Forestry, which is a very small affair, to be honest with you. But it's still an affair, but it's a small affair. Forest foundations there. We've got some farming down here in Golden Orange Valley as well. What was the other thing I was going to look at? Oh yeah, the interesting slum town of Golden Orange, right? Which, by the way, is not looking so slummy anymore. It's less caravans and more designer-ish homes, but they've still kept the scrappy gravel driveways, and we still have the big scrapyard. Damn, that looks cool, doesn't it? Look at that. That looks really cool in the nighttime with the signage and the lighting and everything. That looks really nice. Robert, how is my mountain resort looking? That would be where? Oh, Robert's Peak. Yeah, well, I was just saying there's very little commercial up there, so that's something we need to do. And I was concerned about the death care, but it's looking very nice. Got the nice bypass road coming around the outside. It's just looking peaceful and quiet, like everyone's just happy being up here, minding their own business. Some quite hyper advanced looking buildings. Some nice tower blocks. But yeah, it's just looking, it is what it is. Very nice. Oh yeah, we have got these kind of great big block towers here as well. It's quite a sort of yeah, it's quite a big overlooking town across the valley, but it's all good. Right. So we need to get up here. Oh crap. Okay, a couple of things we need to resolve before anything else. So, policing apparently is not very good, although it seems like it should be fine. Also, housing. I'm just going to take the opportunity to smash some more houses into Foggy Street. That sounds a little bit Silent Hill, doesn't it? Right, we're going to have to go yet again, guys, for another dangerous mountain road. Sorry, everybody. Oh, crap. I need it to be daytime to do this. I can't possibly do this at night. How close are we to morning? Very close. Okay. We shall wait for the morning to rise over Toxic Town. Let there be light. Come back, frames. Come back. Okay, so we need to get... I'd said before about... well, I suppose we could have a recycling department up here. But I talked about how basically we needed to have some kind of garbage dump. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create another... Remember how we did with previous towns? I'm going to create like a utility road. So let's just crack on with that. So I'm going to create a utility road just for, obviously, the garbage collection trucks. But it's going to be a hazardous road. A road like never before. So let's have it start from over here. So we can build some housing and stuff out this way anyway. So look, we can build some houses this way anyway, right? However, we need to build a slightly more challenging road, which comes all the ways down to here. This is going to be a challenging one, guys. So, let the horror begin for Lutin's Mountain Roads Part 2. Let's see what occurs. Excited to see how this one goes. Right, this is being where it gets a bit challenging. Might go for the slightly more extreme version than last time. I'm pretty sure they can handle this. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Absolutely fine. Just put it in low gear. Low gear, that'll be fine. Not even a problem. No, I can't possibly have that. I would have thought that it would actually... Whatever, that's more what I was after, like that. Still going to be a pretty dangerous road. Especially seeing as we've got the power lines here. Right, there we go. They'll be alright. Like I say, they can just put the dump truck in a low gear. It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Might be some specialist drivers have to take on this one though. Right, okay, so let's carry on. So we're going to go under the power lines. Now where are we going here? Let's look. Not what I meant to do. Right. Want to go to about here. Right, now we need to yet again come back around on ourselves. Like so, and actually really want to come, we want to come like down a little ways, and then we almost want to tunnel through here. So we want to do sort of like this. And then maybe a challenge, look. So you want to kind of force tunnel. No? Is there a reason that did not force tunnel? Oh, because it's a lane. I always forget this. So you can't tunnel through. You can't tunnel through with a lane, which is annoying. But yeah, so really what I want to do is sort of that. Where's the other side? Hold on. Flawless. Flawless. I think I ballsed up the power, by the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit of a contentious one here, guys. Require a little bit of finesse. We require an elegant solution. Not sure it's... I'm not sure I'm feeling it at the moment. Why is this side? I think I need to... do that in like a two-stage deal. So what we want to do, what I want to do, basically, come to about here or something, and then with that middle section, then connect to there. Right, there we go. That's much better. I see. That's much better. That's better. Right, so now we can kind of make this work a little better for us. I can find the right node. There we go. Obviously this needs to come down a bit like that. Yeah, that's a slight problem, but that's okay, we can fix that a little bit. Change that up and fix that. Work, you piece of crap. I'm gonna make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. There we go. That's alright. That's fine. I think that passes my standards of high road safety. I think that'll be fine. No problem. Lutin's Book of Road Health and Safety. Right, there we go. I like that little unnecessary undulation there. Right, okay, so we're pretty good. Like, we're getting almost to the safe zone now. The zone where you're less likely to die. Let's try and loop around here a little ways. Just like that. Right, and then we'll come around down here. Like so. And then I think I can actually just ordinarily straight slope. Hello? What? Red? What? Height too high. There we go. There we go, look, and then we can just connect straight down to there. Case closed. Easy as that. Right. So now we shall just make some gentle tweaking to our road. And this is going to be a utility road only, so it doesn't need to carry a heavy amount of traffic or anything like that. You're not listening, game. I said small, gentle tweaks. Okay. Right, nearly there, I think. Right. Okay, let's be real. It could be much, much worse than this. This is best case scenario right now. Oh my god, guys, look at the chat. It's Fuse. Do you remember Fuse? He used to be around all the time. Hi, Fuse. How you doing? Right. Let's just expand this. Yeah, that's going to be a death. Oh, shh. Don't look over the side. Yeah, that's going to be a killer. Right, let's have a look. Do I need to raise anything right here? Yeah, this. Ooh, I always forget, like, just how strong these brushes are. They're really strong. Terrain brushes. I just wanted to bring that up a little there, so it was less extreme. And the same on this side. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And the rest of it is pretty okay, I think. Just smooth this out a little around the edge. Yeah, I think similarly right here, look, you can just raise that up a little. Damn it, me. Right, there we go. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Right, we've got to fix the power up here, because that's not going to be very popular if I take their power away. Right, there we go. Right, so next things next, we just need to get some restrictions on the road there. So where we want to go from is... Well, I don't think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add like a little connection here like this, so that basically I can say from... Actually, let me make sure this is a proper junction. We can say from junction to junction for that. So, apply restrictions to all road segments between two junctions. So what we want is SOS recycling, and that is it. No heavy goods. Yep, there we go. So that'll apply all the way down now. All the way to there, basically. Right, let's see what happens. What disaster shall await us? Rubbish trucks will be full at the top and empty when they get to the bottom. Yeah, exactly. It's a strong possibility. What the hell? Who has got no road access? You? This is because I turned you around, isn't it? Right, what about if I give you a bloody lane? Will you be happy then? Right, what about that? Happy now? No, still not happy. Right, there you are, look, you're happy. You're on the bloody road. And now I'm just going to move you again. Right. There you go. Happy days. Right. Okay, now, anyway, let's have a look at our danger zone road. Anybody coming up the danger road? Yes! Who is our first stunt man? It's... Oh, it's the police, of all people. Well, that's pretty boring. Well, let's nonetheless see how the police handle this. When I can actually get my bloody... zooming in right without going off on them. It's looking pretty safe, nice views. No problem, no real problem. Coming up there, look. Up over the next little loop, going into the danger tunnel. Whee. Coming out there, no issue. Coming up to the quite severe turn, handled it with ease. Right, he's got a little bit of a hill to climb. Get that in a low gear, mate. Low gear. Yep, there we are. Look, like a boss. Climbing it like a boss. Not even any problem at all. Right, watch this next corner. This is a bit of a killer, this one. Watch it, corner. Yeah, that's going to be a danger one for heavy goods vehicles. Safe. Pretty surprising that police are coming all the way up there, when the nearest police station for them has got to be somewhere down here. Seems a little unnecessary. Don't see any garbage collection lorries just yet, though. But people do seem to have stopped complaining about garbage, so maybe it's because they got collected from the other route before, and so they don't need any garbage collection now, perhaps, maybe. Right, let's get some more houses in here. So I think we can wrap up on this episode here, guys. We've made some solid progress. We should just quickly review. I'm just going to lay this in here. Then we'll just have a quick review down the hill, and we will see how our roads are doing. And interestingly, now look at this. Now this kind of highlights what I was saying before about, you know, having to force the roads to do a certain thing. Now look at this. We actually have fixed now the issue we had before in the bridges. Still a little bit of slowdown when they're choosing to change lanes, etc. But look at the other way. The traffic is not good going the other way around. And I'm curious. I think it's, again, look down to the guys changing lanes. So look, they're all getting into the right-hand bloody lane. So next time when we come back, I'm going to have to fix this up and do the same thing here that I did on the other side and try to prevent them from basically forcing themselves into it. See, look, what they're doing is exactly what I said. Look, they're not doing any of that lane look ahead. And see, look, all this traffic coming in here, they're in 4 lanes. But look, when they come out the other side, when they're in the other side's tunnel, 1 lane. Pretty much 1 lane, unless they're going around the roundabout. This is what's so screwed up with the traffic system in this game. Right, thanks for joining, guys. See you on the next one.